Hello, my name is Nahid Brown. I'm a professional learning specialist at the Northwest Regional Education Service District. I'm here today to give you a brief overview of what the Instructional Coaching Network is all about. A year and a half ago, the regional superintendents voiced a need for an instructional coaching network, which would be a place for instructional coaches from this region to collaborate, to get professional development, to learn from and with each other. But that had to be put on hold because of the pandemic last year. So here we are, about to launch this instructional coaching network this fall in August 2021. So we are at Northwest Regional ESD, we have this unique opportunity, this very unique advantage of being bringing in educators from the region, because we serve 20 school districts over 4 counties. So for us to be able to bring educators from these different districts, large districts as well as small, and to really connect people so that they can be collaborating across the districts, problem solving, talking to each other about what their needs are, what is working, what needs to be done. And so really creating a hub for instructional coaches to leverage their learning so that they could serve the students in each classroom. And with that, I'll pass it over to my colleague, Annie Tronco.
Hello, everyone. I'm Annie Tronco, also on the professional learning team at the ESD, and I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about what goes into this network. So we're thinking of it in terms of 3 elements. The first that Nahid referred to is this idea of bringing in professional development for instructional coaches. And we're really excited that as a region, we're able to leverage our resources and bring in some pretty high caliber training. So we are contracting with Jim Knight and his colleagues from the Instructional Coaching Group, and they will be working with us throughout this upcoming year to develop skills so that coaches can use impact cycles to really advance teaching and learning in classrooms. A second component of our network is this idea of building a learning community for our coaches. We know that being an instructional coach can often be an isolating experience. You might be the only person in your building, you might be one of just a couple at your district, and we want to be able to network folks. We want to be able to connect math coaches with math coaches, or equity coaches with social emotional learning coaches. We're really excited for that idea of sharing resources, supporting one another, and being a sounding board to do problem solving. So we are building out this learning community that will help folks implement what they're doing. The third component is providing some individualized coaching for districts to help them with implementing their instructional coaching programs. So Nahid and I will be able to provide support at a project level to help our colleagues, our programs, make sure that they are maximizing the impact of this investment. We want to talk a little bit more about why we think instructional coaching is a smart investment. There's a robust research base behind this idea of investing in job-embedded professional learning. We know that teachers are learners. We all get very excited about learning new skills, but there's often that gap between learning something and then actually implementing it and having it become part of practice, because there are just too many competing interests. And there is a gap between acquiring knowledge and actually implementing. So we know that when we have coaching, when teachers are able to practice and get feedback and do it in their own context and get individualized feedback, that's when practice actually changes. That's when teaching improves, and that's when students succeed. So we know this is a really high leverage move to invest in instructional coaching. We're going to give a little bit of an overview of the professional development that's being brought in. And we want to emphasize that we have had the opportunity to connect with every district in our region and many of the programs within the ESD to share this information and really be able to answer questions and help people navigate what's the right fit for their teams. So we have a number of different professional development days spread throughout this year. September 29th, we want to draw attention that that is specifically for administrators only. We know that instructional coaching is effective when there are conditions in place to help coaches be successful, that they are embedded as part of a district's mission, that their work isn't siloed. So that is a training specifically for administrators. The rest are all for coaches. We do have some administrators who are choosing to join projects like or workshops like the Increasing Engagement and Positive Classrooms workshops because they want to develop as instructional leaders themselves. So there are a lot of opportunities coming up. We also anticipate being able to provide professional learning opportunities that are in response to the participants in our network. So we will be listening and learning about needs that we can complement the trainings from Instructional Coaching Group. But that's a high-level overview of what's coming up for this year. And with that, I'm going to hand it back to Naheed.
Thank you, Annie. And I also wanted to just end this video with a quote from one of my favorite instructional coaches, instructional coaching guru, Elena Aguilar. And she talks about that the art of coaching is doing, thinking, and being, doing a set of actions, holding a set of beliefs, and being in a way that results in those actions leading to change. So this is what we envision doing with the instructional coaches and the administrators who join our network. That will be a place where they'll develop strategies to collaboratively plan with teachers, providing relevant and personalized feedback and using continuous improvement model to work towards student-focused goals. And so Annie and I have been reaching out to the different district partners. And if you still have questions, please feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to answer your questions. And looking forward to seeing you all on August 2021.